Hello, Alan Ryder, Southeastern Railway Museum, and welcome to, I think this is part 4 of our adventures with former CSX 8954. If you've been following our work on this locomotive, there's 3 parts. There should be a link in the description or links for them, but we discovered pretty quick that one of the air compressor heads had freeze damage. Locomotives do not use antifreeze, and although we did drain it, there was enough debris in the head that it cracked the head. So we were able to find a replacement, and that's what was in part 3 of us finding a replacement and getting it all cleaned up. And now we're ready to put it in. So without further ado, enjoy the adventures of replacing the head on a locomotive air compressor. We brought the locomotive down to the shop, and we're getting ready to change the air compressor head. It's still full of water, so I'm going to pull a little trick, I hope. And this is the other low pressure head, and I'm going to knock that plug or cap off and let some of the water run out that way. The idea being that that'll hopefully flush out any crud that's on this side of the air compressor. So that's the step. See what the little Dutch boy has to say here. Well, see, that's the reason why I wanted to do this. See all the goopy, whoopy goopy stuff. Oh well, that wasn't very nice, but it works. I'll pick it up later. So this is what killed the head on the other side. And if you recall the other video, when I blew the head out on the other head we're going to put in, there was a dust storm. Hey, as long as we got the head water jacket, I figured I might as well get this as the outlet. There's one on either side. The water runs through the head, through the jacket and the liner cylinder, and then returns. So we'll see what's in this one. Or maybe we will, maybe we won't. Oh my word. This is incredible. Poor air compressor. This one's still not even flowing. Well, it's a Saturday now, so we're going to continue with the adventure we started the other day. At least now it's daytime, so you can see a little bit better. But I'm going to continue with all the crud that we found. I'm going to go ahead and take off the rest of the access plates like that one right there, and probably the intercooler as well. And the way this thing works is the water comes out of the expansion tank, goes through this manifold. That's where the temperature switches are that control the radiator, fans, and shutters. And then this line comes down and goes into the compressor, and that splits off. And one line goes to the intercooler that cools the compressed air once it comes out of the low pressure heads. And also goes one of the other lines, so several lines go into the high pressure head, and that's this right here. And from the high pressure head, this jumper takes them to the low pressure head, and then it drains out back there and returns to the engine. And so this is kind of what we saw. That's kind of clean. That's one we took off. But we're going to take the rest of them off and get a hose and kind of flush things out. You can see the yummy stuff in there. Okay, we got all the covers off that I think I could find that would come off. So now I've got the garden hose here, and we're going to start flushing things out. And we'll start with this one because it's closest to Chris and the camera. But we don't really care about the head, but we definitely care about the liner here. So we've got the covers off above and below, so we'll flush water through and see what comes out. So, looks like the water that's coming out is fairly clean. And we'll start up here with the high pressure head. You see all the debris and stuff coming out. This is where, on that other head, this is what killed the other head, is all the debris that was accumulated right in here. So I don't know if I can get it all out, but I'll try to get as much as I can. That's a lot of crud. Just keeps coming and coming. It's wow. Just an incredible amount of debris. We've done about as much damage as we can do getting all the debris out of the compressor water jacket. So we'll get this all dried up, and then we'll probably start pulling the head. This is the head that's got to go. Okay, first step is we got to take this air line off of the unloader. So I brought my tubing wrench, so hopefully I won't destroy the fitting. And it would be nice if it didn't do that, but I had to grab this tubing here so that it wouldn't spin. Now I can get it loose. There we go. Unloader light is off. Okay.
They're about to blow it out.
Next step is we'll take the filter off. This whole filter comes off here. So that's probably 3/4. Let's find out. Give it more oomph. Of course. This one, though.
Oh, it's just a tight place.
Still got one more bolt.
Okay.
All right. Like I said, there's one more. I don't know how heavy it is, so you'll find out.
Is that last one?
It's off.
Oh, what's that about?
Just set it back there somewhere. So we got the filter off. Now we're going to just disconnect the outlet that goes to the intercooler. And it's a little confined area, so Don't know how much of it will video. It's not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
It may drop down, but I don't even think it's going to do that.
Last one?
Yes.
I don't feel no pressure on this one.
Yeah.
I got the other two in the back.
These are the covers for the valves. And what I'm going to do is take this and this out. And then we're going to put eye bolts in. That's what we're going to use to pick up the head when we're ready. Yeah, those are 5/8. Got that one, I think.
How what size is it?
It's 5/8.
5/8.
I don't think I brought a 5/8 ratchet wrench, but these come out easily so far. One of the tricks that I learned is this head just sits on the liner, and there's nothing to support it other than these bolts. So as soon as you take them all out, you got the whole weight of the head that you have to deal with. So I figured out that I made these two pieces of these studs from all thread, and you put them in these holes like this. Elijah, all right. Got it.
All right, here we go.
Manual impact.
Better than most impacts. Yeah.
You want to go ahead and try it? You'll like it. Oh no.
Okay, go.
All right, we're going to put these eye bolts in. That's what we'll use to lift the head. Well, we're having a heck of a time getting the head off, but I found out maybe there is a trick here. If you look down here, in between the holes for mounting the head, there's also threaded holes, like one down there, and we might be able to put a jacking screw in there. I've got the screw in, so maybe this will break it loose. Just like that. Okay. Ready? Somebody was thinking when they put these jacking screw holes in, so that broke her loose. All right, as long as we got the crane, that wasn't part of the original plan, but we'll use it. There, just like that.
This thing's going to swing out.
Yes, it is. Ready for...
Stand back a bit.
Ready? Well, it turns out that the head gasket on this compressor is pretty high quality and pretty well stuck to the compressor, so it's been a struggle to get it off. Okay, what we found that the best thing to do to get the gasket off is this die grinder with a wire brush, and we got most of it done. It's a tedious process, but here's a demonstration. Loud noises. Well, it's been a week or so now, and everything is mostly dried out in here, and we'd flushed nearly all of the dirt and debris out, but there's still a little bit here and there, like down at the bottom of this low pressure liner. So I'm going to get the air compressor hose and give it one more squirt and see what happens. Yum, I'm getting bathed with mud. Well, I'd say we got the big pieces out. There's still stuff in there, but that's about the best we can do. Well, we're just about ready to put things back together. Last step here is to clean all the debris and old gaskets off of all the surfaces, and that's what Ryan's doing, is he's scraping off the old gasket material. We're not going to film all the gory details of scraping each gasket off, so this is just a good example. Well, Elijah and Ryan have pretty much got all the gasket surfaces cleaned up, so we're just about ready to put things back together. Walk around for a quick look. All of these are much better. We've got one other thing we need to deal with, and that's the piston and liner here. And as much as we don't want to avoid it, you know, there's dirt manages to get up, land on there, land on top of the piston, or get in between the piston and the cylinder wall, and that's a really bad thing. So we're going to do a couple things. First step is we're going to blow that out again. It looks like Elijah's already done it, but we're going to do it one more time. Alright, what we're going to do is the guys are going to bar the engine over. We don't have any idea whether the piston's going up or going down, so they're going to bar it over. I'm going to watch it, and if it goes down, then good. If it goes up, we'll stop and bar the engine the other direction. Okay, stop. It's going the wrong direction, so we'll switch over to the other side. Okay, the guys are on the other side. I got my finger on top of the piston so I can feel it move. So go ahead. Alright, we're going the right direction, so keep going. A little bit more. That should do it. So we got the piston down about a third of the way. That's plenty good enough to look at the cylinder walls. And they, you know, there's some gunk up where the piston rings were sitting. So we'll wipe that off and blow it off again, and then we're ready to start putting everything back together. Okay, we'll start with the easy one first, and then we'll start working our way putting these things back together. So I did buy a set of gaskets. Hopefully we've got enough. These gaskets here are relatively easy to line up, so I don't see a need to glue them down like some of the other ones are. one down and a whole bunch more to go, so you probably won't film every single one of them. That's the process. No, well, we got most of the plates on, just a few more to go. Elijah's going to put this one on, so go ahead. All right. Okay, we got all the covers back on except for the head, and that's what's next. I'm going to use some gasket sealer to glue the head gasket to the liner so it doesn't slide around when we bring the head around. Hopefully a little goes a long way, because all we're trying to do is to keep the gasket from moving when we bring the head on. Head gasket.
Ready, Elijah?
Alright, well, we're having a little bit of trouble getting the head gasket to stay put while we're getting ready to lift the head, so maybe this time it'll stay. We need to get past that.
I got it here. Come down.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright.
Hold it. All right, Elijah. A little bit of weight on our end, so we Alan can get it.
Down.
Does it come down?
No, one down.
One down.
See if you can lift a little more on your side, Elijah. Got it. Okay, let it down.
Where are they? Woo. No.
Here's one bolt that started. Well, we got the head on. It was a bit of a struggle. The gasket didn't want to stay put, but we finally got it. So I'm snugging up the head bolts. I got most of them in, not all of them. But that's just the process.
Look for a gasket. Oh, okay.
After a fair bit of struggle and wrestling and a few dirty words, we got the head on. It's nicely torqued. It's 110 foot-pounds of torque. Got the gasket over here on for the outlet to the intercooler. Got most of the unloader connected, and that's just about it. Elijah's going to go ahead and put the air filter on. That's what it looks like. It's laying down here, and that's actually no big deal. So all seems to be good.
All right, Fields.
Okay, filter's back on. I think we got everything in place, so it's pretty much ready for us to put water in it. See if we got any leaks. So, and of course, big thanks to Elijah. Ryan's left, and some of the other folks that helped. Was that Felix that helped us? Yeah, Ryan's left. Felix is left. He's got to go run the train, so we got her together. Well, we got water going in now, so far no leaks, so we'll see once it gets filled up. So far, so good. Well, she's full of water now, and there are no leaks, so everything looks good. Pardon the racket. you can see and hear by the noise and the smoke, we got it running. Everything seems to be doing just what it's supposed to do. Air compressor's pumping, no leaks. So far, so good. Well, that about does it. You heard the locomotive run. It's holding water. Air compressor's pumping like it's supposed to. Head's doing everything it's supposed to do, so everything is great. And with that, we're going to wrap up this video. And as always, like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you happen to be in the Duluth, Atlanta area, come see us. You can always use visitors. And if you really want to help, you can volunteer. Again, thank you very much.